Gacalo wages an unrelenting campaign for several months, hoping that Mugdi will not stand in the way of Dhaqaneh's widow, Walia, and his 2 stepchildren joining them in Oslo. Knowing Gacalo, she will not hesitate to recruit the support of their daughter, Timiro, visiting from her home in Geneva. Kalun, Mugdi's younger brother, their Norwegian friends Johan and Birgitta Nielsen, and Himmo, a Somali woman residing in Oslo, whom Gacalo and Mugdi have grown close to, and who is of the view that Gacalo should continue supporting the widow and her 2 children where they are, in Kenya. But Gacalo is adamant that she will not give up until Mugdi and everyone else accedes to her demand. Inflexible, Mugdi repeatedly asks, "Why would I sponsor the wife of a son whom I forsook first and then denounced as a terrorist?" A former ambassador in Somalia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs just before the collapse of the state structures, Mugdi is used to having his own way. It is no secret that it irritates him to see people opposing him when their rationale does not sit well with his reasoning. The longer the standoff lasts, and Gacalo makes it obvious that she won't settle for anything less than Mugdi's full public endorsement of her plan, the more everyone becomes concerned. Galo's inability to convince Mugdi to share her vision upsets her so much that she feels diminished, unloved, to the point that one afternoon, after yet another explosive argument, she storms out of the house, not knowing where she is going. When she doesn't answer her mobile phone or return home for a long time, Timiro goes out in search of her mother in the 2 parks close by. Not finding her at either park, she telephones Birgitta, who confirms that Gacalo is with them. On Timiro's way home from her search, she runs into Himmo, who has just alighted from the tram after a night shift at the hospital where she works as a nurse. Delighted by the chance encounter, the 2 women decide to find a cafe where they might chat for a bit. Timiro explains what has brought her to this area of the city, filling Himmo in on the tension at home with regard to Walia. She says, "The atmosphere has lately turned so toxic I can't stand it, and I've told them so. I don't recall my parents ever rowing as much as they've done of late, or of Mum ever raising her voice in anger, except perhaps once, when I was a child." "Oh, were you a difficult girl?" "It was more that I was young and obstinate and desperately wanted a cat for a pet. Mum put her foot down as having a pet would interfere with our weekend travels. I went behind her back, pleading with Dad, and he agreed without consulting her and arranged for the pet shop to deliver one. I had never heard her so angry as when she arrived home and saw the cat. In the end, however, Dad won the day, and I got to keep it." "Maybe it is only fair that your mother has her way this time round." "Perhaps, but you never know with Dad, a man given to changing his mind at the very time you least expect him to." Himmo says, "I know what you mean, but at his heart he is such a mild-mannered man, and I feel certain that rather than continuing to disappoint your mum, he will give in." "I hope so for both their sakes," said Timiro. "Mum broods all the time, is constantly at the office, and when she does return home, lapses into self-isolating silences. She goes to bed soon after dinner, if that is she is around to eat with us. She wakes up early and then goes off again. Then Dad retreats into his study to devote more time to the translation he's working on of his favorite Norwegian novel, Giants in the Earth." Himmo predicts, "Time will come when they will both want to be on each other's good side. Don't worry, they love each other so. I just wish they wouldn't spoil my visit." "Give their anger time to find its own home," says Himmo. "Your dad is incensed she kept a secret line open to Dhaqaneh. She is furious that he disowned the boy. Still, I'm sure he won't stand in the way of the family reunion.